When an American family moved to Iran for 2 years back in the 1950s, they documented their stay with incredible snapshots. Those pictures have now ended up at a prestigious university for the world to see. CCTV's Elmira Jafari explains.
I love the heat. Sometimes I say I bake my brain in Abadan. So it became part of me that I never really wanted to leave behind.
When Paul Schroeder's father accepted a job at Iran's oil refinery in 1958, the family packed their bags. They left the suburbs of Chicago for Abadan, a small town in southern Iran where he celebrated his 12th birthday. And the product of living there for 2 years? 450 photographs taken by his father, literal snapshots in time.
They were family photographs with a twist, which was a little different than life in the refinery. So there are neighborhoods. There is Abadan Town, the Bazaar, Bamanshir, Bream Village. There was an area we called Buffalo Village. All of these places were absolutely unique and very local.
Schroeder decided to publish the pictures online in 2007, but he didn't anticipate the response. Some 500 people from around the world contacted him after seeing the pictures, including Abadan's Oil Museum and Harvard University. Harvard now owns the photographs and has made digital copies available to its students and the public. Schroeder and his wife Maisie now live in Maine. Despite tough travel restrictions for Americans, they decided to go back to the place he called home over half a century ago. On the last day of their visit, Iran reached a hard-won nuclear deal with 6 world powers, something he calls an international miracle.
It really means a lot to me. And just hearing you ask this question makes me feel very emotional. It was a privilege to be there that day. But the fact that the United States and Iran could come to that agreement after every possible roadblock was put up in its way. I hope that these travel restrictions and relations open up in the future. I see the difficulties today from 2 sides. One of them is, the American security approach, which I don't fully understand, but, that's what they're doing. The Iranians also don't make it very easy.
And among the memories,
this is your grandfather.
A picture of my grandfather who worked with his father at the refinery. Schroeder calls Abadan a melting pot, a community that welcomed people from all over, and also a city of refugees. Abadan became a refuge during the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s. Thousands of people fled their homes, many never came back.
But there was a huge amount of disruption in the city. That's where the historical perspective that these photos have brought has been such a contribution to the people who had to go away.
For Schroeder, these photos are a reminder of friendlier times and a message that friendship can be achieved again.
If we want to humanize the world, maybe we have to start there. Let's think optimistic.
Elmira Jafari, CCTV, Orono, Maine.